Well, hello everybody. This is Ronnie Bincer with Niels from CircleCount, and we're on number two. We'll do it over here. Number two of the series. We're talking about what CircleCount does for you, and the last version, which you can get to right up there, just click there. The last version we talked about how you can find out what CircleCount knows about you and what other people can find out about you is how we'll focus now, because we're going to look at not only learning about you, but now that we've learned what you know about you, you can relate it to about other people. So let's dive right back into the dashboard at circlecount.com, and Niels, take it away.
Yeah, hello everybody, and thanks Ronnie again. Let's dive just into it. I just share my screen again. Uh, so here we go. This is the front page of CircleCount, and you get to your dashboard just by going onto you and dashboard again. So maybe a little nice trick we didn't mention the last time. You can sort those columns by holding the Shift key and sort like two columns by followers and comments and plus ones if you want. Might be interesting to some people. And then let's go into
So
people who.
wait, that was
Yeah,
too fast for me.
sorry.
What was the shift key doing instead? That allows me to hierarchically, if that's the right word, control which is most important in the sort. Is that what's
Yeah,
going on?
exactly. Normally you just press ahead of the column and then it sorts by number of followers or comments, and you can hold the shift button and then or the shift key and then sort like by two columns. So at first the number of followers and then by the number of comments as
So
well.
is the first one you click on the primary sort, and then the others would be secondary or tertiary?
Exactly.
Okay. You like that
So
word tertiary? I'm a nerd. I guess I can say that.
no, that's a good word. I hope that maybe that might help some of you. And then I wanted to go back to this one here. People who shared you in a circle. Um, this is really interesting, I think, because we want to get to know people who are worth interacting with. And when you see your follower history here and you see like a big leap, then it might be interesting to you where the leap comes from. And if you press, for example, the U here, and maybe the button behind it, which would be Jana, with her lot of followers, and she shared me in a circle. It's probable that I got a lot of new followers by this share, by this reshare of this circle. And we saw this columns here already, this table, where which you can sort by reshares and comments, as we said the last time already. And we have another site on CircleCount where you can see this a little bit more detailed, which is when you go up here again, which is the site called Your Sharers. And
You're going to see, in other words, we just saw Yana. Oh, there she is. Okay, Yana.
exactly. And then you see those people who shared you in at least one at least one public circle, and they are sorted by numbers of like by the number of times they shared you. And that might be interesting because you see a picture and you can maybe relate to those people a little bit more, and you see how many followers they have and some stats about them here. And we thought it might be interesting to you to get in touch with those people, or at least follow those people, because they shared you, and they
Sure, if
probably have a reason for that.
nothing else, you
Yeah.
want to thank them, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and because we are talking about how to get to know interesting and influential people, we get right to our next feature, which is called your ranking over here. Yep. And this ranking is like your individual formula, which makes it possible to find people you might think are influential, but maybe when you reduce the number of followers, which is a really common thing to do with this one here, with the sliders, you can get to know people who on whose posts people interact a lot with, but they have a low number of followers, so they are probable to interact with you more than people who have like a hundred
Yeah.
thousand followers, for
I think
example.
I got that. Let me rephrase that just for a second for summary. If you find someone that is interesting to you, and hopefully they're interested in you as well, and they're really busy because they've got hundreds of thousands of followers, you might be better off finding someone that fits most of that criteria, but only has in the 3 to 5,000 number of followers. Is that about the good
Yeah,
sweet spot?
exactly.
Because then there's a
That's what I meant
better
by this.
chance they're going to have the time to interact with you and maybe share your stuff more often than someone who might be in the hundreds of thousand realm.
Exactly. And you have the chance to filter those people by country. So for me, Germany and maybe Austria would be interesting because those people speak my language. And you can also exclude or include pages and profiles if you want to. And if you press the update button, then you get a list over here. So I just uncheck pages here. And then you get a list of those people who match that criteria here. And as we thought, it might be really interesting because those people can be really influential and I have a lot of people interacting with them, but they still have a low follower count. And also interesting for that might be the number of people they follow, because if you have somebody who follows like 100,000 100,000 people, then those people are likely to um, not really interact as well, and they don't really follow other stuff anymore, and probably they just added so many people that they get added back and get a high number of followers. So
So
you
it's just
can,
too busy. And Google's been doing their best to tell us they like interaction. So we do want to connect with people that are going to interact with us, not only just so we can actually interact, but from an SEO perspective, it's going to add more value to what we're doing on Google Plus.
yeah, exactly. And it's going to be a lot more fun in having to
Yep.
do with people who interact and not
Sure.
people
Otherwise,
who
you keep your talk yelling out to no one, and they never talk back.
exactly against the wall. So yeah, and we thought this is a really interesting feature. Just play around with it a little bit, and you
So
probably get
that's
many
called
people
your
interested.
ranking.
That's called
I
your
don't quite
ranking.
understand why it's called your ranking, but it basically what it looks like is a formula to try to find people you might want to go out
It's called
and
your
interact
ranking.
with.
Exactly. It's called your ranking because it's not a ranking we made for you. It's a ranking you can like dynamically adjust if you think people with a high number of followers should be included, and people with high number of followers and they get a lot of reshares and comments, then you can just adjust it here and find those people. But if you think you want to have people filtered by like a low number of followers or whatever you like, and then just go over here and press the update button, and you're pretty sure you find some interesting people over here.
Right. I'd call it your custom person finder. But anyways, why don't we move on to your next topic for this recording here?
Yeah, the next topic would be the favorite post feature, I think, which we should cover just like shortly and maybe in another
Yeah,
video a
yeah.
little
Let's
bit
just
more.
briefly touch on it now, and because we're coming up on the end of this one, and we'll do a third video where we can go into more detail.
Exactly. So this feature basically allows you to get to manage your favorite posts on Google Plus over here on CircleCount, and you can tag them, give them a rating, and find them for later use. And after that, maybe share them your favorite things with people on Google Plus again.
Now, are those your own posts only, or can you put in other people's
You can
posts?
put in posts from whomever you like.
Oh,
So
so it's like sort of like a top 10 or 20 or 40 or 50, however many you
or
have in
100
there.
or whatever you like. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's cool. All right, so this has been number two of the series where we're talking about using circle count and having it help you learn about yourself and then relate that to learning about other people. We just looked into a way to find other people that might be in your realm that you might want to interact with that have already either shared your stuff or commented on your stuff, those kind of things. and that was great. Let's go
Yeah.
do one more,
Thank
at
you.
least one more, and then we'll cover some of that favorite post and go into some more details with that. So click up here or around there. I've got some annotations that'll let you go to the first one or the next one, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Niels.
Thank you, Ronnie.